All right, we'll get right to it. What do you guys remember about the 2013 Louisville team?
I remember I was at AAU Nationals in Disney with my team in fourth grade, and like we all were like in the same hotel room because our coach wanted us like anytime like college basketball would be on, he would want us to watch, and like it was a national championship game, and we all was watching it, and like one of my favorite players, like I used to like watching was like two of them was like Trey Burke and Russ Smith. So like we was watching that game. All I remember was them just going like a crazy run. And this one dude just hitting all these threes, and like that just made me a fan of college basketball because that was like one like the first real like national championships that I watched. And then like ever since then I just been hooked just watching college basketball, and just being a fan of the game.
Was the dude Henderson or Hancock, or did you ever
It was Hancock, Lou Hancock, 11.
have you met him since then?
Yeah, I met him. He been around.
JJ?
Yeah, I definitely remember that 2013 team and even the team the year before. You know, we would basically cancel school, like or cancel class to watch the games. I remember that, and being in class and watching them in class, and it was they were those dudes in the state. Like everybody loved them and Kentucky. But I definitely remember the championship game. As soon as they won, my mom like she ran outside, like ran up and down the street. I can't make this up. And like after that, we went up. There was a Hibbett store up in Barstown, and we went up there to go get like shirts. And when we went up there, everybody was up there, like all the Louisville fans in town, like getting shirts and stuff. And that was just a very cool memory.
Guys, Peyton has been around some. Has he talked to you guys at all about anything, or is he just kind of around? And Coach was talking about his positive energy of whenever he is here in the building.
Yeah, like, he's been around. He's been giving us like pointers and stuff, and just giving us some tips on what he see and like ways we can get better and stuff. And he's just been like a real positive guy to talk to, and a good person to be around.
Could you, just share some of those tips that he shared with you? Anything about just trying to, like get through the season?
Yeah, like just to keep our heads up and like carry the momentum, like just try to finish the season out strong and try to carry it into the next season, and like with the new guys coming in, like teaching them the culture that we've been learning this year, so it doesn't like have to be like much of a change next year with new people coming in. We can just carry it over to the next year and stuff.
And you were, you like mentioned Russ Smith, and Kenny said that he's been around the program as well. Last summer, what was it like for you to get a chance to meet him and just talk to him after? He's one of the reasons why you became a fan of college basketball.
It was cool because like after seeing him in that game, like I just became like a fan of him. Like I watched I watched some of his games like in NBA when he went to the NBA for a little bit, and then like I just always knew who he was because he was just such like a great player, and like I just liked how he was able to like get to the rim, his speed of the game. I just loved watching him, and then to meet him in person, it was cool. And then like he just became like one of the guys, like your friend for real, like somebody you could talk to all the time, and somebody who's so accessible. It's pretty cool.
Did you ever see they did like a Sports Illustrated piece, I think, with him, and they did like a whole, because he's a big fan of Waffle House, and they did like a whole like photo shoot with him. Like
The picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. That was funny.
Do you think, of course, you got Mike talking about having watched them. The rest of your teammates, though, you think they have any, if you talked to any of them, that they would have recollections about 2013 team? Or?
I would say some of them probably have recollection. Not all, but I would say definitely some, just because that team just had so much hype, and like, with Michigan, like that was a big game. Like that was one of the best national championship games of the decade. So, just knowing that, I feel like some of them would know.
The first three games of the year were all 1-point games, and you had Syracuse, 1-point game. Miami last week was winnable. Virginia was winnable. When you guys look at those 6 games, is there like one or two things you think about that would have made a difference that would have helped you get wins in those games?
I would say for the Miami game, you know, we shot the ball really well, and our offense was clicking. I think one thing that game that could have helped us was our defense. You know, I felt like we brought that for Virginia, and you know, we gotta find a way to put both together. And once we do, I think we'll see a change in the scoreboard. But you know, I definitely think the first game, Miami, if we would have locked more in on defense, because our offense was clicking, we would have pulled that one through.
You mentioned how the offense has been clicking a lot better recently. The effort and energy seems to be much improved over the last few weeks. But how has Kenny Payne improved as a coach since the start of the year? How much has his feel for the game and his X's and O's acumen improved since the start?
I think he's improved like a lot. He's just dialing up stuff that's gonna get us opportunities, get us shots, and I think like he knows like certain parts of the game. It's like he knows like players' tendencies like a lot more. Like he's like attacking it, like attacking certain people on defense, and then just dialing up stuff for us to get in the lane and making. And he's just been making it like a conscious effort of us like to get into the lane and kick out to see the open person. And we've been doing drills on that for like the past 3-4 weeks every day in the morning. Like we do 4-on-4, and it's nothing but passing and cutting and driving and kicking for like 6 passes, and then we gotta get 2 lane touches and then pass again until we find an open person. And he's just been drilling us with that for like four weeks now, and I feel like the offense has gotten better. Guys have become better passers and better attackers, better drivers.
Something that Kenny has talked about, this season is getting you all to understand, the things you represent, playing for this university. You both, like you said, you have an understanding of what it was when you were little, having watched, and you having, grown up in Bardstown. But how do you feel like the understanding of this program has changed, since the start of this season to now, with your coach making such like an active point, to get that across to you all?
I would say at the beginning of the year, like guys had a little understanding of like what we were getting into and like what it meant to be playing for Louisville. But I think definitely now we really understand it. And you know, Kenny drills that like every day before practice, or every day he always says we're being evaluated, like we're being watched. Like this is Louisville basketball, and I think it really clicked in guys' head.
You think the way you guys have played 4 of the last 5 games, Pittsburgh being the not one, you've gained some respect around the league and the teams that you're going to play coming up. Is that noticeable to you, or do you think that?
I definitely think teams like have been noticing the way we've been playing and competing, and like as a coach, you wouldn't tell your team to walk into this game and just think it's going to be an easy game. Like these guys aren't just going to lay over and just let you come in there and beat them. Like these guys are competing, and they're ready to win. So I think we definitely gained some respect, especially like after competing like that against Virginia and Miami.
Anything else for these guys? All right, thank you.
Thank you.